Whereas Title VIII of the Civil Rights Act, which guarantees fair housing for all residents of the United States, was signed into law April 1968. And whereas the month of April is nationally recognized as Fair Housing Month as a time to reflect on and reaffirm our national commitment to the ideal that fair housing opportunity is available to everyone in the United States without regard to race, color, religion, national origin, sex, familial status, and disability. And whereas this year's theme, 50 Years of Opening Doors, celebrates the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act and reflects on our current efforts to foster sustainable, inclusive communities of opportunities for all. And whereas the state of Colorado passed its own Fair Housing Act in 1959 and provided fair housing protections for creed, ancestry, sexual orientation, and marital status. And whereas the City of Fort Collins Code prohibits discriminatory housing practices. And whereas the city welcomes this opportunity to acknowledge our many community partners who have committed to addressing the barriers to fair housing choice and educating all citizens concerning their rights regarding equal housing opportunity. And whereas this year, those partners are represented by the Partnership for Age-Friendly Communities for their dedication to addressing the housing needs of the city's growing senior population. Now therefore, I, Wade Troxell, Mayor of the City of Fort Collins, do hereby decree that every person should live free from fear of housing discrimination, and I declare April 2018 as Fair Housing Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. With me today are associates from the Partnership for Age-Friendly Communities in Larimer County, the Larimer County Office on Aging, Fort Collins Senior Advisory Board, Colorado State University, Volunteers of America, and community volunteers. All of us work with PAFC to improve housing options for Fort Collins residents, especially those of lower incomes. The Partnership for Age-Friendly Communities strives to forge strong community collaborations that will plan, design, incubate, and implement sustainable strategies to enhance the quality of life for older adults in Larimer County. Housing is one of our 4 priority areas. It's critical concern, especially for adults in Larimer County, maybe those who are of lower income or who don't have as much financial means. We work with the city and various other partners to develop a lot of innovative solutions in housing, and I'm going to let Sue, who's the head of our housing priority group, or one of our key members, talk a little bit about that for just a minute.
So, as Jim said, the Partnership for Age-Friendly Communities is really all about bringing people together to work on giving us all more and better choices as we age. And the housing priority group started by looking at what the existing housing stock in Larimer County is and what was predicted, and then what we can do to improve that. So we're working with Neighbor to Neighbor. They're running a home share program to match people who want to rent space in their home with people who are looking for a place to live. We're working to bring a group into Fort Collins called A Little Help, and they match people who just need a little help to stay a little longer in their homes with community volunteers who can make that happen. And we're working with the Institute for the Built Environment to develop a lifelong housing certification that will promote people building housing that works for all of us, all of our lives. It's a really exciting group of people across all the priority groups, and from the professionals who have ideas and expertise to make things happen, and the volunteers who have the passion and skills to bring those things to fruition. And so thank you for recognizing us for this.
We want to congratulate the city on the Malcolm Baldridge National Quality Award, and we want to say that we're here to continue those collaborations. If you'd like to learn more about PAFC, start on the web. Just go to pafclarimer.org. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here today.